know, I give this series an even unavowed a bit of criticism about how stiff characters can move. And then we have a character in the background who more fluid moving per se, sorry, say?
Little bit, yeah. I mean, they only put so many frames of animation to most things.
Yeah.
And also, it is a nice touch. They actually draw the footprints that you leave in the ground.
Looks like that picture frame fell off the wall. Looks like some kind of headshot photo. Probably someone famous who uses the gym. Let's see here.
Oh, look, she looks familiar.
Just a little bit, yeah?
Tanya Corsi.
Tanya Corsi.
Is that? Yeah, that's the spook from George's roof. Run, run, run like a hamster on a wheel. Run, run, run like a hamster on a wheel. A TV showing some energetic broad in yoga pants. Nobody here.
Hey, does it look right? Seriously.
Oh, look, it's a ghost.
Right? Does what look right?
The light bulb. I could swear it was blinking.
It looks fine to me.
Huh. I gotta do everything myself around here.
Hey, friend, can we talk for a second?
Are you sure there's nothing wrong with that light?
I'm no expert, but it looks fine to me.
Well, what can I do for you?
Hey, is your name Peter Fielding by any chance?
That's me. Why?
Well,
no reason. You own
his
this
soul
joint, right?
apparently hasn't
Yes,
been
I do.
ripped in half
My
yet.
dad built it.
Yeah.
You could say it's a family business. Been running it around 20 years. Seems like yesterday.
Ah, running.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of. He built it when he left the army. I took over long ago.
So, you run this...
Sort of.
So, how are you feeling?
Fine. Why?
You don't feel strange at all?
What do you mean?
Well, just hypothetically speaking, you don't feel like you're gonna explode?
What, like indigestion?
Not quite.
I am on a strict diet of wheatgrass shakes and fiber. Indigestion is the
Yeah.
last.
Ugh.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks. You looking to join?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
no, I really don't
worst
think
problem.
exercise is gonna do me much.
No, it would not be your biggest concern in the mornings.
You're young. Your metabolism is still going strong. But time catches up with you before you know it.
You're preaching to the choir, Peter, but I'm still not interested.
Well, we're here if you need us.
So what's the story with the lights?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy. There's something wrong with them. I can tell.
Well, like I said, they look totally fine to me.
I'll just have to keep checking.
Do you know Heather Goffstein?
You know Heather.
Kinda.
Wow, Heather. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
So tell me about yourself, Peter.
I'm the guy who's gonna kick your butt into shape.
Ah, well,
He's
we'll see.
very single-minded.
Yeah.
Did you know Jeffrey Dutta?
You know Jeff, too.
Not really, I just heard of him.
Good guy. Took care of my neighbor's dog when she was on vacation.
Do you know anything about Benjiro? Ran the Grace Group meetings.
Sure.
Well,
Funny. I can't think of anything to say exactly. It's been 20 years.
sure, people forget things.
That's it exactly. I just didn't think it would happen to me so soon.
Ever hear of the Grace Group? I understand you went to a few meetings.
You know about that?
Sure.
Wow. Well, yeah. I went to some meetings. It was all I needed.
Why's that?
Well, I wasn't the most focused of people back then. It's a long story, but in the end, I went to work with my dad running this place. It's been my life ever since.
Well, at least he found a purpose in life.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. I just gotta see what's wrong with this damn light.
Run,
So,
run, like
we've
our
got
hamster
good
on a
news
wheel.
for our erstwhile priest over there.
So I found Peter.
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yeah, he's safe and sound. Spiritually speaking, anyway.
Huh. Michael was sure that Peter's ghost was taken.
Just between you and me, Michael doesn't look to be sure about very much.
Yeah, I don't think he is, really. I'm pretty sure you spelled it right. But that's not going to get you a whole lot of help.
He was part of the Grace Group.
So what you can do now is go back to the school and talk to...
So, have you
Talk
heard
to
of
a
this Tanya
Cooper.
Corsi person?
Tanya Corsi? Was she in the gym?
No, it's the name of our roof spook. Is she famous or something?
You could say that. She has a TV show.
I think you mean
Had
she
a
had
TV show. There you go.
Let's
Thank
get
you,
going.
Joey.
You return with news, I hope.
We found one of the Grace Group spooks, Peter Fielding.
I see. Is he still intact?
Yeah, he tried to get me to join a gym.
I thought as much.
You thought so. What do you mean?
You know as well as I do. A spirit cannot be moved from this world until it is spiritually ready. It would appear that is also the case here.
But what about George and Leah?
From my understanding, they were aware of their death when they were taken.
Yeah, they were.
Then there is your answer. They were spiritually ready to leave this world, and so were vulnerable.
So they may
Yes.
not be vulnerable
Fielding
until
wasn't.
they were
He
actually
is a lucky soul
ready.
indeed. Until he is made aware, he cannot be
Okay.
taken. Not by you, or by anyone else.
So what? We just leave the spook to rot?
Of course not. It has been known for some spirits to become aware on their own. The right face, the right moment, anything can trigger it. And if that happens to Fielding, no. Our duty is to save him, and save him we shall.
How? The usual rules have been chucked out the window. We make a move and he gets hammered, and we're not gonna let that happen. Not again.
It is a dilemma for certain.
You've been around the
So
block
it
a
seems
few
like
times,
we
so
need
to
to
speak.
figure out
Nothing like this has ever
how
happened
they're
to you
getting
before?
torn apart.
The destruction of the very essence of life. No. Such a thing is difficult to contemplate, and to witness it, even more so.
We need to think about this. Plan our next
Much
move.
more. Who's
Of course.
doing it?
In fact, I might have an idea along those lines. I must confer with my host. Please excuse me.
He's okay? Peter's really okay?
He is still deceased, but in all other respects, yes. He is as well as can be.
This changes everything. You have no idea. You two, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never even considered that Peter's soul could be saved. And maybe Heather, too. Yes, Heather. If she wasn't taken, then her soul must still be lost.
And this is a good thing?
Of course. If a soul is merely lost, it still can be saved. And maybe so can mine.
So,
Yeah, keep
what's
dreaming,
your
buddy.
plan?
We are approaching
Yeah,
this
this
from
is going to
ignorance,
end with a
and
nice,
possibly from fear.
nicely well with
Before
everyone
I
being
was
happy.
trapped in the void, I was a spirit guide for a very long time. I can learn much from a spirit by looking at it and talking to it. If Fielding's soul still exists, then it must be brought here.
And Heather. Heather's soul must still be out there.
And her as well, of course.
Peter Fielding's spook is at the gym. It's not too far away. You can talk to him there.
Are you kidding? I step out of this circle, who knows what could happen? If I die, there's a good chance I'll be an aware spirit, just like Leah and George. And then
Be at peace, my host. I would not ask you to do such a thing.
Well, thank heaven for that.
Besides, it is unnecessary. As you say, only spiritually aware souls are attacked. Since this Fielding is not spiritually aware, meeting him in his current state would be fruitless. We need to awaken him before I can determine anything about him.
Won't awakening these ghosts destroy him? Aren't we trying to avoid that?
Don't be absurd. We'll put them behind this circle. They will be safe there.
And how are we supposed to do that? Spooks like me can't enter the thing.
This might surprise you, Malone, but I did think of that. Come here. Take this.
What's this thing?
Call it a totem. It was made with some of my essence. The circle was created in much the same manner, so it will make a perfect focus. When you awaken a spirit, use the totem to send them directly here. They will remain safely behind the
That's
circle
handy.
until we can determine the next course of action.
So I'll be trapped in this circle with Peter and Heather's ghosts?
I am afraid so, my host.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. And I guess it will be nice to see them again.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me
Yeah,
about Peter?
definitely get
Anything
this
that can help
information.
us?
No. Of all the people in our group, Peter was the one I spoke to the least. I think George once belonged to his gym, even took personal training sessions for a while. But George wasn't really the personal fitness type.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Anything that can help us?
No. Of all the people, I think George was...
I need to know everything you can tell me about Heather.
Well, there was one thing. It was a confession of sorts, you see, and she trusted me.
What was it?
You don't understand. It was a confession. It might have been a long time ago, but it was still a sacred trust. I can't betray that trust. It goes against everything I believe in.
Don't you think that under the
You're
circumstances
not helping.
she would understand?
I'm not sure God would.
Does it really matter? What's the worst that could happen? You lose your soul?
My God, when you put it like that. Heather was a prostitute. She wanted to confess, but didn't feel right entering a church. She might have been Jewish, judging by her name, but I think she just wanted to speak to someone who understood.
Understood.
Someone who had been to grace group meetings. Someone who had had a life-changing revelation, like I did. I don't know what her revelation was, but she wanted to purge herself of her old life. So she asked if I could come to her apartment and listen to her. So I did.
Do you remember where she lived?
I was a priest entering the house of a prostitute. It's not something you forget. She lived by Tompkins Square Park. Here's the address.
I guess we should get going.
Then I do believe our talk is concluded. I will return outside.
Hey, Madeline?
Yes, my host.
It's all right.
All right.
Yeah, stay inside. It's cold out there.
I don't feel the cold, my host.
I know. Just stay.
These two appear to be getting a little
Thanks.
closer. That's
It
nice.
is my
Yeah.
pleasure, my host.
He's starting to chill out a little.
Little bit. Now that he knows people aren't his former friends and other people aren't just automatically getting zapped.
Hello.
Hey, how'd you get in?
Ah, hello, miss.
Answer my question. How'd you get in?
Oh, the gate was open. Is that all right?
Sure, I guess. Just be sure to close it when you leave. I don't want to get in trouble.
Excuse me, miss?
I don't think that's going to be a
Hi.
problem.
What's up?
Yeah.
You sure you should be out here?
Why shouldn't I be? It's perfect. It's so nice to finally have a night clear enough to enjoy this place.
Clear night, right. Is your name Heather Goffstein?
Oh, I see. You came from Ray.
Ray?
Of course. You
Ray.
did come from Ray.
Who's
right?
Ray?
I don't know any Ray. I came to see you.
Oh, well, that's sweet, I guess. But it doesn't matter. If you want a date, you'll need Ray's permission.
A date?
Isn't that why you're here?
No, not at all. I just want to talk.
Really?
Really?
Well, I suppose that's all right, but we should stay out here. If we don't go in the bedroom, then it's not a date.
You don't seem terribly surprised that I'm here in your garden.
It is a bit strange you appeared out of nowhere, but hey, I'm used to men appearing on my doorstep. And for some reason, you seem safe.
Safe?
Yeah, just a vibe.
Huh. Thanks, I guess.
He's an ass, but he's a safe ass.
You live here?
For the most part.
I do. Why?
No reason. Just making conversation. Can you tell me about the Grace Group,
Mind you,
Heather?
how much you'd be good
Grace
company.
Group?
You suffered from depression or something
you were a
like
member,
that.
right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Come on, think. You met in the basement of Grace Church.
What, like AA? I'm not an alcoholic, thank you.
Tell me about Father Michael Cooper.
Father Michael? Is he a priest or something?
Yeah, or something. He was part of the Grace Group.
I don't know him, sorry.
Are you sure? He seems to know you.
You don't meet many priests in my line of work. Or at least, if you do, they don't usually tell you.
Do you know a guy
I mean,
named
she has a
Peter
point.
Fielding? Runs a
Yeah.
gym in Murray Hill.
I can't really say one way or the other. Sorry. I could get into trouble.
So, tell me about this Ray character.
I really shouldn't. Ray is really exclusive with the clients we're given. I shouldn't have told you the name.
So, tell me a bit about yourself, Heather.
Can we not, please? Let's just enjoy the evening, okay? It's nice out here.
Sure, no problem. Well, Heather, I have to get going.
Sure. I'd leave the gate open, but for some reason, I don't think that will be a problem for you.
So now you have a name, and you might actually have someone that can give you a hint as to where a, shall we say, handler might reside.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Do you have any record of a Heather Goffstein?
Let me check. Nope, nothing on Heather Goffstein. Sorry.
Of course you don't.
Do you know anything about someone named Ray? I don't know who he is, but I think he's involved with prostitution.
Prostitution? Is this related to Leah's case?
I don't know. It could be.
This just gets better and better. Anyway, Ray, let's take a look. Okay, the name Ray definitely comes up in the Vice Department database. There was a raid on a bar called Vantini a few years ago, and someone named Ray was taken in for questioning. No charges were made.
Just
the
Ray,
Vantini
no last
bar,
name.
huh?
Now, whoever Ray is, that's his full legal name. Anyway, here's the address of the bar.
Ray has a
Thanks.
full,
Sure.
full,
Well, I
that's his
better
whole
go.
name, huh?
Thanks for the help.
Sure.